This mini-series is brought to you by the Animates Patreon. If you want to get access to ad-free episodes, videos, and more, check out patreon.com/Animates. Welcome to Animates bonus Neon Genesis Evangelion watch through. My name is Mackenzie, joined by my lovely co-host Lindsey.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
We are back at it again, and this week we are watching episodes 4, 5, and 6.
Yes, we are.
And things are starting to heat up, Lindsey.
It's funny because I was like, oh, these are kind of the chiller episodes.
That's kind of the pun.
Yeah.
We don't really get much until we get to our episode 6, but there's a lot of internal tensions.
Yeah.
And emotions are high.
I mean, there are some very reasonable responses to events that just happened in certain characters' lives that I believe they're fully valid in how they behaved.
Yeah, exactly. So let's buckle in, tighten up our plug suits, and get into the heart of Evangelion episodes 4, 5, and 6.
I've seen too much weird stuff on the internet for you to say a plug suit.
Instantly, my brain is thinking like a normal business suit, but the pants have like a built-in butt plug.
I mean...
And you know to buy or sell the stocks depending on how much it inflates or deflates.
Oh, man, that's how they do it. That's how they do it in the financial district.
Well, there was once a rumor that one of the world's best chess players had a butt plug in that when he was thinking about doing a certain move, someone would tell him if it was a good one or not by vibrating it.
What?
I think it's since been disproved, but who knows?
Okay. I mean...
Anyways.
Yep. All right.
We're here to talk
Retention rate just went down.
We're here to talk about Neon Genesis Evangelion, starting with episode 4, which is a whole hell of a lot of emotion going on, aka the hedgehog's dilemma.
Oh, yeah. I was like, this is such a what? And then they said the reasoning. I was like, okay, I guess.
Yes, because you want to be warm with people, but every time you go near them, they get hurt no matter what. Because hedgehogs are spiky.
Edward Scissorhands dilemma.
Yeah, the whole theme of this episode is about feeling lost and alone when truly you're right where you should be. Kind of.
I was like, I don't know any 14-year-olds who should be going through like severe physical and emotional trauma.
No, but if you're the one that needs to be going through it, that's probably where you need to be if your goal is to save the fucking world.
I guess.
Let's be honest here.
Man, can we talk about how much this show has just become like I like listen to our podcast episodes so much because I'm just like I'm missing something and I'm like trying to like figure out things and because I have no idea what's gonna happen and I just am like Charlie Day with the board with the strings and stuff and I'm like, well, what about this? Like, okay, so you said the angels, the first one appeared 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And the only people that can pilot these Avas, I don't know, are 14-year-olds. Is there a connection between the angels and like the conception of these pilots? Like, is that what makes them special and they're the only ones that can pilot these things? Like, is that what's going on?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave you Charlie Daying it.
Oh, I was literally like driving home from work and I was like, is this it? Like,
again, loving the theories and I'm keeping notes of these theories you're throwing at me. And I can't wait for you to find out what's going. Probably.
Oh my gosh. My friend listened to the first episode and they were like, they laughed at me because they were like, oh, you're excited to watch this, huh? And I was like, shut up.
Oh, you're fucking in for it.
Oh, I know. Okay. Is Gendo actually the biological father of Shinji?
Yes, he is.
Okay. Is he also the biological father of Rei?
No.
Okay, that reaction tells me that there's something there. Is he the uncle?
The things I can't...
Is Gendo a real human?
Yes.
Is Shinji a real human?
Yes, Gendo and his wife fucked and made Shinji.
But was his wife a biological human?
Yes.
She wasn't an angel. Well, I mean...
Lindsey, there are some things I can't answer for you.
I'm going to listen back to this whole entire series when we're finished and just be like, I was so innocent. I didn't know anything.
There's going to be moments in the next few episodes that were like of this podcast where you're just going to start. I'm not going to get a word in and I'm going to be like, welcome to Animes. You're going to be like, you motherfucker. All of my strings have connected to this and this and this and this and this.
I'm a seamstress, bitch. Look at how
I've put together the threads of the story.
Yes, I have my grip strength somewhat back from my accident and I am stitching all of these things back together. I'm just gonna have like crazier hair and like
until
dark
then,
circles.
I'm not going to cut any of your threads.
Oh,
I love hearing about them. And there's going to be some questions I have for you today that might increase the Charlie Daying it, but we'll have to see.
Okay, fine.
But episode 4 is very tight on like Shinji and what he's going through. Like, it
he doesn't have a lot of lines though.
No, it literally just starts with him running away.
Yeah. Just like empty room. At least he had the like decency to make his bed before he left.
I mean, yeah, he's a good kid.
He's a decent kid with some like good habits.
And of course, you know, he runs away feeling lonely and not wanting to be here. Of course, moments later, his newfound friends show up to like look for him because they're worried because he hasn't gone to school.
Yeah, camcorder kid and ears.
Toji?
Is his name. Okay, so Toji, which one's Toji?
The one that punched him.
Okay, Toji equals ears. And camcorder kid?
Kensuke.
Kensuke.
But if there's one thing I will agree with Toji on, he is right. Masato is a babe.
Yeah. We will just continue. That'll be the one through thing that we say in every episode.
I mean, I'm going to say it a lot. It's going to happen. Because, like, she closes the door and he's like, damn, Shinji, you living with that girl.
I'm jealous.
What?
What horny 14-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, we all were.
Yeah, we were. I was like, was I? And I was like, I'm just thinking back to, like, Pete Wentz.
Yeah, exactly. That leak happened. You were on the internet instantly.
Oh, God.
In the episode, we see Shinji on a train as all these people are departing it, getting back on and departing it. No one's talking to him. No one acknowledges him. And that is such a depressingly perfect visual.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also he just looks so sad. Like, not one adult goes, hey, kid,
are you okay?
You're traveling alone and you look really sad.
Even I've asked people on the train before, are you good? Like,
you're bleeding. Can you help you?
Like something, yeah. And then he's like in the theater watching couples make out.
Yeah.
And
I was just like, this is just a theater where people with nowhere else to go just hang out during the day.
I was going to say that's such a transient thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because we had a cheap theater in our city. And back when I was a teenager, movies were like $3.
Yeah, they were super cheap.
In the summertime, we were there all the time because it's like $3. No one's ever in it. It's alone. We can sit on the ground. We can sit wherever we want.
Mm-hmm.
You can make out with your girlfriends in the theater.
We didn't do that. Why didn't you take me to the theater to make out on the floor, Mackenzie?
First off, we went to 2 movies. One of them was our first date, and the second one was Digimon, and there were children there.
We actually went and saw 3 movies.
Which
we
other
went
one?
and saw Passengers with Jennifer Lawrence. It was a terrible movie. That's why you don't remember.
Probably. Anyways.
This
whole episode is just this like somber walk of him just going across beautiful landscapes and not taking a moment to appreciate any of it.
Which is funny because normally, like, I don't know, I've had a lifetime of the spicy sadness, and the number one thing that a lot of therapists will tell me is like, go be in nature, it'll help you feel better. Shinji is not feeling better.
No, bro is so in his head.
Just disassociating.
But then you remember what this kid's been going through and you're like, oh.
The amount of like
there's
trauma.
Sometimes that there's so much trauma you can't do shit about it.
Nature can only do so much.
It is nice to get away when you're feeling lonely because then it's a different kind of lonely and it kind of like feels like a good lonely.
It's being alone, it's not being lonely.
Exactly. Unfortunately, he doesn't like either of those.
No, he's just gonna be sad no matter where he is.
And like, what?
I was gonna say, until he finds like Kensuke.
Okay, I love the moment of him finding Kensuke in this field because Kensuke's alone. Mm-hmm. He's playing pretend military. He's both sides.
I loved it so much. I was like, this is adorable. This is great.
Kids don't do that shit anymore.
No, they have iPads. They don't need to. And they just like, I don't know, they just have like this really great conversation. And it feels like this genuinely is the only thing that's helping Shinji feel better. And they like talk around the campfire and they're able to like share things. Like, you know, Kensuke says like he doesn't have a mom and stuff like that. And so like they're really opening to each other and creating a bond. It was so lovely.
Shinji's relationship with Kensuke is sweet because it's like this instant moment the second he hears that he's also got a mother who's dead.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden that little thing that kept him alone from like everybody, there's one piece that's no longer there.
Yeah, he has someone that he can relate to and he doesn't feel as alone.
Exactly.
Which I'm sure he does, like, you know, being child number 3 or whatever.
The third children.
The third children. That doesn't grammatically makes sense.
I know there's a lot of discourse about literal translation versus we should have changed it. I think the Netflix may have changed it to the third child.
Okay.
But I think the literal translation is the third children. I can't remember the reason for that. I think there might be one, but you are not the only one who's annoyed by that.
Not the other one that's like grammar.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, the like
Shinji...
bonding session gets broken up.
by like military
so
security.
Man. And it's like, aren't they like really intimidating or something? He's like, he doesn't want to go, but they're like, well, you have to. And it's
yeah,
like,
you don't have a fucking choice.
Yeah, pretty much.
We will take you, but what are you gonna shoot me with his fake gun he's playing with? Like,
yeah.
Get in the car, Shinji.
This poor child.
Get in the robot, get in the car, get in the...
Yeah.
You can't win.
Can nobody ask him, like, hey, Shinji, can you please come with us?
So I'll get to that in a second, actually, but here's a fun fact.
Ooh, hit me with it.
This is the only episode that Hideki Anno didn't have any hand in creating.
Oh, interesting. Is there a reason behind that?
Staff petitioned him to show relationships and like emotional status for Shinji after episode 3, so for episode 4, because they felt like it would help to like drive people through and really give some exposition.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode was actually written after the original episode 4, 5, and 6 were written.
Oh.
So it's a bit out of place, but it's still like I personally think it's an important episode.
Because you need that cool off period from just like the amount of intense situations that Shinji has to go through and
it's also
the amount of information he has to learn in a very short time.
Exactly. And it's also a huge character development moment for him at points because, you know, he gets back. And this is why I know that Masato actually does care about Shinji.
Mm-hmm.
The way she's talking to him about him like leaving is like basically saying, you should do it. Get out of here and live.
Because like he gets back and they tell him like if he doesn't want to pilot it, then he should just leave. Which I was like, that's kind of a bit abusive. Like you're kind of, I don't know. It just felt like you're pressuring him into doing it. And it's like, if you don't want to do this, then just leave. Like you're just, it feels like they're exploiting that side of him that wants to get approval of adults.
Yes. And that's why I'm happy about Masato, who is like, you should leave. Like literally get the fuck out of here. And because that's what she thinks he should do. She doesn't want him getting hurt. And then he does.
Yep.
He like revokes his membership card to Nerve, loses his Costco benefits, and just like...
Oh man, I miss my Costco benefits.
I've never had them. I don't drive.
Oh man.
You think I'm going to a Costco on a fucking bike?
Yeah, no.
I live downtown and work from home. I don't need a fucking car. But Shinji gets in a car.
But before he does, Toji and Kensuke go and say bye to him. And they're like, we had a hunch that you would be here. Because there's others that have been here. Which I was like, what do you mean there's been others here?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so like happy that they came to say bye to him.
When I love Toji being like, you have to punch me before you leave or else I'll never be able to live with myself.
And don't hold back. Really give it to me.
It's like, just like, do not wuss out on this. I'm giving you full permission to just sock it to me. Please, I can't live with myself. Yeah. I mean, as best as a scrawny 14-year-old can.
Yeah.
But he socks him.
Yep. It's great.
And I'm like, good for you, Shinji. That's a first bit of character development.
It's him, again, just trying to please everybody. Oh,
yeah,
man.
I really love that. And then, he gets dropped off at the train station.
Yep. And Masato was like, I need to say bye to him. And like peeling down the street, like arrives just as the train's taking off. And you're like, damn it.
Right? Like she wants to say goodbye. She clearly cares. The kids are still waiting for him to depart at the train station. Like there are people in his life that truly care.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he has to pilot the giant death robot against otherworldly beings.
Mm-hmm.
But he isn't alone like he thinks he is.
Ugh, warms me heart.
We end this episode with something beautiful, which is almost a full minute as the train peels away and he's still on the platform. And him and Masato are just staring at each other for literally almost a full minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then he whispers to himself that he's home. Oh, you've got people who care, buddy, and that's what makes home home.
Oh, man.
It's a beautiful way to end the episode.
I know. And it's also a beautiful way to have to end the budget for an episode. No animation.
I don't think it was that, because this show...
No, I absolutely don't think it was that at all.
I was gonna say.
But I'm just saying, like, that's a nice perk. Like, it's a beautiful moment, and is really effective because it saves money.
You can let me know if you agree or not.
Okay.
I think this is personal growth. I legitimately believe that this is a moment for him where he's like, I can do this. It's not his brain telling him that he has to succumb to external pressures and just accept it like he has been. I think he legitimately is starting to feel like it's a little bit more like home.
Yeah, and that there's people who actually want him to stick around. And it's like, they don't want him to stick around because he's a pilot. They want to stick around because they care about him.
Not everyone.
No.
Because
Does Gendo care?
I was going to say, we got an episode 5 called Rei Won.
Rei Won.
Which is some pre-Shinji backstory by 22 days.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Because when we first see her, she's hurt.
Yeah.
This is the incident leading up to that.
Oh, okay. I thought this was just like another incident. I was like, this poor girl.
Nope, it's leading up to it. And this is
Okay.
where we get to meet Unit 00.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Which
do you
is the orange
prefer
one.
the orange one or Shinji's purple?
The purple.
Yeah, I know.
Purple's way cooler.
It
Sorry, Ray.
is. It is. I've got a model of it I built right in front of me.
Oh, do you? I didn't know that. I just assumed they're all Gundams.
No. No, I've got some Ava models.
Man, I'm going to come back to your apartment and be like, oh, I understand all these ones now.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're just making me more of a nerd.
Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, episode 5.
This robot, Ava 00,
Mm-hmm.
also, because this is, some early testing, is freaking the fuck out.
Like, it's going so well, blah, blah, blah. And then we get to like one, and it's just like, nope, fuck everything.
But here's the first time we see Gendo concerned.
Yeah. Which I was really surprised about. Because I was like, does Gendo actually care about these kids or not? And then this episode happened. I was like, okay, so he cares about one child, but not his biological one.
Yeah. So remember last episode when you were confused about why the plugs were the way they were?
Yes.
And I was like, it's because they can shoot them out and eject them. Well, your question was answered in this episode because it shoots out and moves along the roof like a balloon and deflating as it like finally falls to the ground.
I know. But even still, it's still hard to get it open, as we saw, because Gendo burns his hands trying to open this plug.
The scene makes me so fucking mad.
Okay, tell me why.
Gendo runs into the test bank and burns the shit out of his hands to make sure Rei is okay. He's showing emotions. He's showing that he's caring. He actually looks concerned and is truly happy she's okay. This humanizes the monster that is Gendo. But then it also makes you realize he's even bigger of a piece of shit of a father because he can't even visit his own son in the fucking hospital.
Nope.
But he'll risk his life for Rei.
I know.
I know, and I'm going to put some more strings on your Charlie board here.
I'm ready. Let me get it out.
There are certain hangups he has with Rei and Shinji that causes some of this emotion, but
Okay.
it's still bullshit.
Okay.
There
Noted.
are reasons he's more loving of Rei than Shinji. And that's all I'm going to say, and the look on your face is you are annoyed with me saying.
Well, because I was... Because, like, my original thought, because later in the episode, we see that the glasses that break when he's opening this to try and get Rei out is later at Rei's apartment, at
Yes.
her dorm. And I had the really nefarious thought. I was like, they fucking? And then I was like, no, they can't be. That's not what this show is. And then that's why I was like, is he her dad too? Like, why were his glasses there? Like, duh, I want to know.
No, there is no evidence of them having that.
Thank God. Thank the
gosh.
gods. Jeez, good Lord.
Anywho, we're back in the
Okay.
present now in the episode.
Yes.
And we learned that angel DNA is almost a perfect match to human DNA.
Which I was like, what does that even mean? Like, I'm like, okay, I know nothing about these angels.
No, that doesn't spark any possible...
Is it
Question?
God? Is God punishing people? And so he sent these angels to Earth?
I don't think they ever actually talk about God himself in this.
Is there like, because there has to be a significance to why they're called angels.
Yeah, there is.
Great.
We're 6 episodes in now. We're
I
a
know,
quarter
I
of the
know, I
way
know.
through. It's
We're-
going to be
We're
okay.
quarter of the way through.
Plus the movies, of course.
Yeah, no, we still have so many
But-
movies to watch. What is this, Star Trek?
Now, I know Ritsuko is not trying to be a dick here, but
Mm.
telling the kid whose father can't even look at him that the reason he saw scars on his dad's hands was because of the incident with Rei and him saving her life is still a dick move.
I know. I was like,
Just be like,
he hurt himself to save another person, but he wouldn't do that for you.
I'm pretty sure it was done so that it would seem like she was trying to humanize him for him, be like, look, he's something there. But here's the problem. It doesn't work like that when you've got a father who's emotionally abusive.
When you're 14, yeah.
Yeah. if someone's like, oh, your father's been emotionally abusing you? Wow, he's like the nicest man I've ever met. You're like, well, fucking great.
Yeah, well, exactly. And then also when Shinji and Rei are getting into their Evas to pilot them, and yeah, the dad goes over to talk to Rei and not Shinji.
Literally my next fucking note. Shinji watching Rei and his dad be all buddy must be crushing.
Oh my gosh. I just like, and the thing is, because at the beginning of this episode, they talk about the failure with the Eva happens because of mental instability.
Yeah.
And I was like, if mental instability is causing such big shutdowns on these like multi-million-dollar robots, wouldn't we be doing more in terms of therapy and mental health care to take care of these pilots who are 14? Like, there's a lot of shit going on in your brain when you're 14. Like, is there not more funding we can funnel into that?
Lindsey, maybe. The psychopathy is part of what helps it work.
So they have to be more mentally unstable. So they found mentally unstable children to pilot these multi-million-dollar robots to fight these things that are otherworldly and super powerful, all while they can feel every sort of piece of pain that happens to the robots, to themselves, and they have to be submerged in this weird gunk that tastes like blood, and it freaks them out. And what is this show?
You'll find out soon.
Damn it!
But at least we do get some comical moments. Like, it shows them at school. Well, not Pen. That's coming next. But like,
yeah, sorry.
When all the girls are in their swimsuits and the guys are playing
horny
like
teenage
volleyball,
boys.
And Choji's just drilling into like Shinji about Rei's body. He's like, them eyes, them knockers,
the calves,
them blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the calves. He's like, is that what you're staring at? And Shinji just is like, no, I'm just wondering why she's alone. And you're like, oh, that's sweet.
Because of trauma. She's trying to mentally process the shit she's been going through, and she's disassociating to try and do this, which causes her to be a social outcast because she doesn't have cool socialization skills to talk to other girls.
Correct. 100% correct. But Toji is a horny teenager.
He is.
The guys are like, wow, look at them knockers. And it cuts to the girls. It's like, ugh, when that guy looks at me, it makes me want to take a shower.
I love it
and not
so
in a
much.
good way. Which is also really fucking funny.
I love it so much. Oh, man.
But yes, you mentioned Pen, who almost dies this episode.
Getting beer and curry.
Now, Pen loves beer.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
And he loves human food.
Mm-hmm.
But we learned that the dinner that Masato has made for Ritsuko and Shinji, even though it's one of those like pre-made microwave meals, she has still somehow fucked up.
Yeah. It's a special talent.
He's just like staring at it. And he tries it. And it's just like dead penguin.
Just X's for eyes.
But I also love that Ritsuko tells Shinji to get the fuck out of the house before he turns into Masato and ruins his own life.
It's pretty great.
She's a terrible influence.
Yeah, well, it's funny because the only place that's messier than her house is Rei's house. Holy moly, that place is nasty. Which I was like, yeah, when you have mental illness, you don't really feel like cleaning. Oh, there's just like footprints everywhere, and it's not a shoes off. It's not a shoes off house.
The best way I can describe her home is a dirty metal box, like a jail cell.
Yeah, because there's blood on things too. Like,
well,
it's
not
from
like, when she was in the hospital. And here's the thing. I don't believe this is because Nerve is being mean to her.
No, I don't think it is at all. I think it's I think it is a state. It's an external metaphor for her like mental state.
Possibly, yeah. My theory is that it's because she's just accepted what she has to do, and she has no care for comforts and possessions.
Well, and also if you're going through all this trauma, the last thing you want to do at the end of the day is clean.
Yeah,
you want to go to bed.
Yeah, she's there to do her job, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Dishes, book them.
Blood everywhere, whatever, it's mine anyway.
However, she does care, and you'd mentioned this previously, about Gendo's glasses.
Yeah.
Which Shinji fucking finds because he breaks into her house. I'm sorry, but if you're going to someone's house to drop something off and the door is unlocked, that does not mean you should just enter.
My thing is, if you have to drop it off, maybe just like put it on her counter.
Like at the front door.
Yeah. Like don't let yourself in and then explore the house.
I know he was worried about her because she had been going through all the hospital stuff and everything. Mm-hmm. So I get that. But also, if she's not home, she's not home. Mm-hmm. But she was home. And this next scene is fucking wild.
She's like comes out of the bathroom having showered and he's wearing Gendo's glasses.
And she was like, fuck no.
And then they like fall on each other or something.
She like comes at him and tries to take them, and she slips, and his shirt or bag gets caught on the drawer full of all of her underwear and bras. Yeah. And they fly in the air as he lands on her.
Oh, man.
And He's covered in her underwear. She's naked. He's got a hand on her boob, and all she says is, "Can you move?"
She says, "Can you move, please?" She has manners.
Yeah. Yes. She does not give two shits about what just happened.
Oh, absolutely.
And again, maybe you're right. Maybe it's more so just because she's fully had that mental break, but I think she just truly doesn't care. But we'll find out now, won't we? Now, bro did just touch his first boob.
Aw, he's growing up.
Even though before he was like, I'm not looking at her body, I'm looking at why she's alone. As she's getting changed, he keeps like glancing over and like blushing and turning away. And I'm like, you horny little bastard.
He's still a 14-year-old boy.
You perfect. We've all been there.
Have we? Half of the hosts have been there.
You're totally the type that was going on MySpace searching emo boys kissing.
I absolutely was not. How dare you? I was just watching the music video for A Little Less 16 Candles, A Little More Touch Me over and over again, okay? So what? Again, Pete Wentz.
How do you interpret Rei's behavior with Shinji?
Well, she slaps him for not having faith in his father's work, which I was like, what? I don't know. It's just, it all seems straight. Like, I'm trying to think of how I feel about this. And I don't know if she's being defensive or if this is like her trying, I don't know if it's her trying to shame him or convince herself.
Oh, no. She loves Gendo.
Okay.
Thinks the world of Gendo. He is her protector. He is her savior. She loves that man.
But
why?
Does she not?
Well,
yeah, I was like, does she not see the difference in how he treats Shinji versus how he treats her?
Maybe. But if you're a girl with a broken mental state and a father figure starts treating you really well, you're probably just going to go with it.
Yeah.
Because he's not treating her well in like a selfish way. He is legitimately treating her well.
Concerned for her.
Shinji just has to watch all of it.
Yeah, which I was like, I don't get it. And I know this whole series, the whole theme is daddy issues, but I'm still just like,
well, even Rei's attitude towards piloting sharply contrasts with Shinji's, because Shinji's like, oh, I do it because I have to. And she's like, and he's like, but we might die. And she's like, no, we're not going to die. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
But in the next episode, she's like, says a goodbye to him. And he's like, no.
And he gets mad at her for it. And he's like, never say farewell again. And she's like, but I already told you you're not going to die.
Yeah. It's like
I just got
Roberts.
it. I just got it. She said he's not going to die because she'll protect him. Not she won't die.
No.
Never mind.
Okay,
yep, that farewell anger makes sense. It just clicked in my brain right now.
So what you gonna do? You gotta talk it out.
Yeah. But we get another angel this episode.
The fifth angel is what they said.
Yes. And this
Which is just a giant prism?
My note calls it the Bass Pro Shops pyramid.
Ooh, yeah, it's a Illuminati pyramid.
But more accurately, it looks like the Luxor in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it does. You were correct.
And holy shit, this episode ends rough.
Yeah. My note is, Jesus, he immediately gets blasted through the stomach, and that's how we end the episode.
They're melting the robot, and Shinji is in the LCL fluid is being boiled alive.
Oh my gosh. Like this poor child. This poor fucking child.
He like gets out there all confident, and then everyone at Nerve on the commands is like,
shit, get him back.
Pull him back in. But nope. I mean, they get him back in, but bro is fucking boiled alive.
Yeah, they're like, we need to do, like, how's his heart? Not that great. Okay, start the heart massages. And there's just, like, trauma bays. And it's like, oh, my gosh. Why are we letting 14-year-olds do this?
Very traumatizing.
And then my favorite thing happens is they deploy a balloon of the Eva.
Oh my God, yeah. In episode 6, Rei 2.
Yeah.
They're like, we need to distract the angel. Let's put her in a fucking balloon.
Here's a balloon.
And they're like, it'll distract it. And it distracts it for about 0.1 seconds.
Yeah, it blasts it. It pops because it's a fucking balloon. And then it goes, oh, that was easy. I'm going to start drilling into the earth now.
I'm going to dig into Tokyo 3 to kill you all.
Yep.
Which is a crazy weapon for an organic being like Angel to have.
Is it an organic being?
Well, they're not like just casual robots.
But what organic being has a drill?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, fine.
We've seen the weird tentacle monster. We've seen like the weird no-face one. Now we've got like the Luxor with a drill. These things are crazy.
Yeah.
I love them.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta love them biblically accurate weird ass angels.
Yep. We need an eye with just like 7 wings and I don't even know.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because this thing is literally drilling through 17 plates of armor.
Again, how is this an organic being?
I don't know. But
You're the one who's seen all this already?
look, it's been a while, okay?
It's been
Not
a while.
everything's fresh in my brain.
Okay, fine.
I know certain things I can pull on your strings with, but some stuff I don't remember, okay? I'm not perfect. Fuck.
Oof, fine.
But
Oh man. Yeah. But basically the whole thesis of this is they're fucked. Like it's not looking good. And so they have to like come up with this big, like complicated plan to like basically snipe this angel.
all the power in Japan.
Yeah, they're like, all of Japan is gonna go into complete blackout, which I was like, well, sorry everybody in the ICU, fuck you, I guess.
Although they have generators.
I don't know. It looked like every light went out in Tokyo.
But also, if your chances all of Tokyo blows up or a couple people in a hospital die, you gotta do the trolley problem and choose the couple people over the entire fucking world.
Yeah, you gotta triage that. That is true.
Sorry, but it's true.
Oh man. And then they like I love the amount of cable that they start laying in Japan.
Oh my god, so
like
much fucking cable.
I was like, as someone who has had to lay a lot of cable in a day, that's impressive. But all this is happening while Shinji's just like unconscious in the hospital bed. And you see his like vitals just past the benchmark for piloting, like being approved to go pilot again. And I was like, this poor child. Yep. Oh my gosh.
And
like
Rei
his
shows
vitals.
up.
Yeah. His
all right,
vitals
time to go.
We got you a new suit.
See you in an hour.
Yep. Oh my gosh. They're like, yeah, this is going to be the most high stakes precision task. Let's get this 14-year-old who's only been here for 2 days to do it.
Thankfully, Shinji does question this because he's like, how the fuck am I supposed to make this shot that has to adjust for the bend and the curvature of the Earth?
Yeah, all the physics of the Earth because the Earth is round.
And they're like, oh, you don't have to do any of that. You just have to press the button to fire it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's all computer. And you're like, oh, okay, that feels a little more realistic.
Yeah.
But they give Rei a shield with a coating that can withstand 17 seconds of the laser beam from this angel. Why is that coating not on the Evas?
Yeah. Is it going to slow it down? Like, what is happening? They're not going to pass their stealth checks.
Oh, like those things are ever stealthy.
I know.
But like, what the fuck? Why can't you do that?
It's just a lot. Okay. And then so they're like getting ready for all of this.
Yeah.
You know, Japan shutting down, Pen's looking at the stars, all this stuff. They say Rei is tough because of her link. What's going on there? Is it because like of her link to her Ava? Like, what does that mean?
I can't tell you that.
Son of a bitch! Fine.
There's so much about Rei.
I'm just going to highlight this so that I can know to come back to it. Apparently this is a thing that I need to think more about in my car while I'm driving. Don't mind that noise. It's just me circling that note.
She's special. But Shinji makes his shot and we get this cool ass scene.
Well, he misses first.
Okay, first off, that's what the cool ass scene is. He's not missing. The angel, its own energy beam, bends space and time and warps his little fucking beam around itself, sending it off course. You can't blame that on Shinji. How dare you?
This 14-year-old with this high-tech rifle can't make a freaking shot.
But the angel has also broken into Tokyo 3 now.
Yeah, has it?
At this point, yeah, we see the drill break through into Tokyo 3.
Oh, I thought it like stopped I thought they stopped it just before it broke through.
Stopped it just after it breaks through.
So what does that mean?
Well, thankfully, Shinji gets another shot off again, and Rei like is in front of him to block him from the shoot back, and is literally having her Ava get melted because the shield was not as good, it turns out, as they said it was. But this next scene is...
Oh my gosh.
You seem affected by it. Give me that break.
So it's like we basically just get a mirror or a bookend for this where it's no longer Gendo trying to crank this plug open. It's Shinji this time. And he opens it and she's like in there and she's like, oh my gosh, I thought this child was dead. And he's just like crying and then she like opens her eyes and stuff. And he's, oh my gosh, he's just so thankful that she's still alive. And he's basically like tells her that like he cares about her. And it's just, oh, it's so beautiful. And frick.
She has her first true smile of the show.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, these poor children.
And it kind of looks like a creepy smile because she's like this genuine smile
she's
from
like
a sad person.
She's like half unconscious.
But it's this perfect mirror to exactly what Gendo had done. Now the question is, Rei, who's willing to sacrifice herself without any hesitation, do you think this is a result of conditioning or her own internal values? And do you think she does value her own life at all?
Does she have a death wish? Like, is this of her own character, or is it because she's just like, just so mentally broken from this experience that she's just kind of a shell and she just kind of has a death wish? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, she said a whole of like 6 words in the 6 episodes that we've seen.
True. Now, do you think she was smiling for Shinji specifically, or because she was looking at him as if he was his father?
I interpreted it as she was smiling at Shinji.
Okay, interesting.
Why? Why is it interesting?
I'm just questioning. I'm just wanting to get I'm just getting your theories.
This whole series has made me so paranoid.
That is perfectly fair. These last 3 episodes kind of started out sad and emotional and kind of built their way up to this like happy moment that we end on with.
Oh, it's not super happy. It's still sad and depressing. It's just a little bit hopeful.
Well, you know what I mean. Like it's
like, this isn't sunshines and rainbows.
No, but we end with her smiling and Shinji happy.
Yeah.
So that's something.
I guess. I'm just, I'm still just so interested to see where the hell this series goes.
Now, I'm not going to give you a yes or a no, but
okay.
I know we kind of talked about this already today, but do you have any theories like that you think is the reason for Gendo's favoritism towards Rei?
I think it's because he's an asshole.
Interesting.
Like, genuinely, I think it's just like, I don't know what fucked up thing is going on in his head, but I think it's, yeah, you want my love? Too bad. I'm going to go give it to this one instead, because she actually doesn't give me slack and is always ready to go in the ship. Like, I don't know. I just think he's just an asshole. But then I'm also like, is he not? Is he doing it because he knows he has to? Like, I don't know. Also, where's his mom?
She's dead.
Ah, crap.
That's the whole point.
How did she die? How did she die?
We haven't learned that yet.
Oh,
and I can't tell you.
Okay, fine. I just want all these little pieces. And then I'm also like, what can I look up that won't, like, part of me is like,
Nothing.
Can I look up biblically accurate angels and their names?
Oh, that's going to be very different from the show.
Ugh.
Okay, so yeah, you've got a lot of thoughts going on in that head of yours.
I
and
know.
It's very funny for me seeing you be so distraught by a series like this.
I feel like I haven't done this much film analysis since I was in university taking like film authorship.
Things are going to be ramping up pretty quickly.
We're like at the end of the exposition cycle, pretty much. No, we're not.
You got so much shit coming at you, you won't even fucking be able to handle it.
I meant like initial incident kind of exposition. Why are you saying it like that?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Look, there's lots to learn and lots to be revealed. But I will confirm nothing until we see it happen on the show.
Fine.
So don't go Googling. All right, well, while we leave Lindsey with plenty of questions, we leave you with these final remarks saying that if you love the podcast, and especially our bonus series that we've been doing, check us out at patreon.com/animates and get access to ad-free episodes, ad-free videos, bonus content that we occasionally post here and there, and just, help support the podcast.
It'll just be screenshots of my notes from this entire series.
Maybe. Well, as I leave Lindsey with plenty of questions, I will leave all of you with these final remarks.
No answers.
If you'd like to support the podcast, make sure to check us out at patreon.com/animates. Your support helps us grow and produce extra series such as the one you're listening to right now. If you follow us on YouTube, you can access to all of our shorts and videos that we put up on there, such as me making Lindsey rank Dragon Ball Z villains hot to not without knowing what's coming next and trying to guess the names of Pokemon. And if you're on the Patreon, you get access to all of this for free without having to worry about YouTube ads and all that crap. If you want to rate the podcast, please do. It greatly helps out. Or recommend it to your friends or play it on the loudspeaker at work and annoy your coworkers.
That's what I do.
We greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you in 2 weeks when we come back for episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
We will watch the continued downfall of my mental health.
You get to see it in real time, baby.
Oh, man.
If that ain't content, I don't know what is.